Alrighty, we're gonna wait till our good old YouTube's in here to receive the content and all that great stuff. But hopefully you're all having a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever it may be, wherever you are. It always takes a good couple seconds to get started here, so we're gonna let it rock through for the first probably 30 seconds to a minute, and then get rocking and rolling into our shiny hunting adventures. Goal is to get to near 900 today, but we'll see how well we exactly do. Stream hopefully a little longer tonight, but we will see for sure when YouTube confirms that it... There it goes, there's the confirmation. Took it a little bit longer, took about 45 seconds this time instead of like 20 seconds like last time. But yeah, hopefully you're all having a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever it may be, wherever you are. Welcome on out to the stream. Be sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you are new. We would love to get to know you, get to talk to you more, and maybe it's something, you know, you'll like having to watch or even have as background noise. You know, it's your choice. Your you know, way of choosing how you want to enjoy your YouTube thing here. So I'm going to get the chat pulled up here and the game pulled up here and everything like that. I think starting next stream I might try for a new layout, see how that goes, but for now we'll keep with this one for today. Basically just making the gameplay a little bit bigger. It's pretty much the only thing I'm going to change, but we'll see how that exactly goes. But yeah, like I said, hopefully you're all having a good day, night, evening, whatever it may be. I'm going to get my drink and stuff positioned here because I do not want to have to bend down too much. I mean, I don't mind bending, you know, to get a drink. I always love that green drinks make this see-through. But anyway, welcome back to our Let's Go Shiny Hunting Adventures. I don't remember exactly what encounter we left off on, but we're still pretty much getting our way to 1,000. I did do research. I did do my scientific research into the shiny hunting method, and while everybody argues what exactly is the best thing, because there are a lot of people that argue that when you have the chain of 30, you know, 31 plus, just idle, run around, go through buildings, whatever you want to have, just have the route reset. Basically, the argument for that one is basically you just get tons of spawns you get to see over and over again, and it's the odds of the 1 in, I think it's 4,000 without any of the lures and shiny charm and all that stuff. I think it's 1 in 2,000 with the lure on, if I remember how I read that correctly. But either way, it's still, we'll just say 1 in 4,000 odds for every Pokemon that you would see. And say, you know, if you're on a route, particular your like Viridian Forest types, your bigger route ones, you can see potentially, you know, 10 plus spawns at a time. Arguably, you know, doing the route resets or the idling makes you sensibly see more Pokemon than the method that has been tested and somewhat proven in a sense. So the method that was debunked or shown off about, oh gosh, a couple years back now, is basically, it's technically what everybody thought was the right method of the chaining method, whereas when your chain went up, your odds went up and everything like that. However, it only affected, you know, 32 through blah blah insert number here, 32 and higher, we'll just say that, is all the exact same number. However, based on this guy's testing, it only affects the next spawn. And that's how I always read it. It was read in the next spawn. The next spawn that appeared, it would affect that Pokemon, and it would make that Pokemon the enhanced odds of the 1 in 3, whatever it is. I think it's 350 if I remember correctly. However, like I said, after reading some more, watching a lot of his testing, what it actually does is it's the next spawn of the same species. So us chaining Bellsprout, for instance. Now, the next Bellsprout we see spawn has that new 1 in 350. Any other spawns, Pidgey, Rattata, blah, 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 still have the 1 in whatever, you know, odds that we would have from the chain of 32. So still all your Pokemon increase around you, I believe, if I read that correctly, to the 1 in whatever it is. But as far as the rolls go, it only affects the Pokemon you're actually actively chaining. So either way, I think we were doing 90% right, except for the fact that I was like I would chain a Bellsprout, catch it, and then I just would see whatever spawned next and then go on. Now I need to make sure I'm waiting for Bellsprout to spawn to make sure it's not a shiny Bellsprout, because technically when we're in this screen right here, all the spawns and everything are still happening in the background right now. That has been shown. That all this, and I know it's basically me saying like, well, why don't I get out of the screen so I can get to that screen? Yeah, stuff happens in the background when you're in the capture screen. We'll just say that. So, overall, it's still argued what 100% is the best method, but I think I'm gonna go with the guy that tested this thing with his like debunker machine, whatever you want to call it, and everything, and make sure that the next Bellsprout I see is not indeed shiny. We'll try that method today. Now, it might mean longer waits for spawns, because to get a, magical Bellsprout to spawn, sometimes a bit of a pain in the mouth. There it is. So it should have been this Bellsprout that just spawned here that had those increased odds. And no matter how big our number is, it's always the 1 in 300, basically 350. I think it's 347 point something is the actual number until we get lures, and then it goes to 1 in 300. And then if we had the shiny charm, it'd be like 1 in 250, basically. I believe that Bellsprout there was a new Bellsprout spawn, but I'm still just gonna... There we go. Just wait till I guarantee see a Bellsprout spawn, and then go from there. So like I said, yeah, it might make our encounter rate go, well over a minute from now on, instead of like it was last stream where it was like almost every minute we were encountering a Pokemon. But I don't know, maybe there'll be some where we do this method, the one that, someone tested and everything like that, and maybe there'll be other ones that are in those bigger areas like your Viridian Forest or whatever, and once we get like the chain of 30 plus, you just route reset with like the lures and stuff to get the 1 in, even 2,000 odds or whatever it would be without a shiny charm. As far as anything else, we had taken the day off yesterday. My youngest was having a rougher night, and I was just beat. To be honest with you, I woke up really early, did a lot of housework, and all in all, it just kicked my butt, and yeah, just even, doing as much as, or little, or as much, or whatever the right term would be, of an hour of a stream, just didn't feel right to do at not my, 100% self. So, Jesus. Yeah, so I ended up just saying to, take that night off, get a little bit more rest in me. I did a lot of resting for the most part, but then obviously still did my housework and stuff like that. Ended up doing a earlier lunch break today and stuff too, to be with my kiddos for their gymnastics and stuff like that, which is really nice. Got see them. Hello there, we are playing Let's Go Eevee. That is the game's name we are playing right now. It's Let's Go Eevee for the Nintendo Switch, I believe. I mean, it came out, for sure after 2017, but I don't know what year this actually came out. But it should be as in the thumbnail, if my thumbnail is still the same. Pretty sure the title of the game is in the thumbnail. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe that's something I need to make 1,000,000% sure of. God dang it. Yeah, after I got to see my kiddos for gymnastics and everything like that, I went back to work. It's been a more demanding work, um, lifting and whatever you want to say, like work demand, we'll just call it that way, recently, than what I'm usually typically used to, but I do know this upcoming weekend my work schedule is going to lighten, so I'm off tomorrow. I took an extra day off this week because my wife's company she works for is basically hosting a baseball game for the city we live in and stuff like that, or the capital city. Sorry, that would be the right term. We're going to that, and they're going to do like fireworks and just enjoy free food and whatever else. And it was super cheap tickets because it was all sponsored by her company and stuff like that. So it was really nice. I think it was for us. It was $5 for each. The additional one where she got in for free, we just had to pay for $5 for each one of us. So yeah, it's really cool that we get to do that tomorrow. My youngest daughter's birthday is actually coming up here very soon. Her birthday is on the 11th of June, so it is coming up very soon. We were actually looking at ideas today for what to get her, because it's just like, I'm sure a lot of maybe parents can relate. It's like once they have so much stuff, it's like, what do you even get them? They have so many clothes, they have so many like toys that they don't play with, and I don't know, just so much stuff. And while there are things we could think of, they're just too big of things that's like more that's for your Christmas, your Easter, type deal. Not like you couldn't give you could give them to their birthdays, but I don't know. There's something, I guess, from it coming from a more special source to make the holiday a little bit more special than their birthday, I guess. And at least the holidays both kids get the surprises and stuff like that, whereas birthdays you have to kind of focus on one, and the other one just kind of gets the cake and stuff, I guess. But yeah, it's just a bit rough. But yeah, we were looking at some ideas today, some like magnetic blocks and like toy doctor kits. She's just turning 4, and she's really into acting like she's a doctor and stuff like that. So thought about getting that. She's really into like playing with band-aids and stuff. So thought getting her a doctor kit would be the right thing to do. Yeah, we look at magnetic blocks. You're just like easily washable makeup kits and stuff like that. Sadly's not into like clip-ons or things in her hair at all. She sadly does have like thinner hair too, so it's a little bit harder that way. So yeah, like I said, she just has so many toys. We have your Lincoln Logs, your blocks, your Legos, your cars and bikes and scooters, and I don't even know what else. Inside outside toys, basketball, soccer. It's bowling pins. I don't even know what else, but we have so much in the way of toys. It's crazy. Yeah, we're actually having her birthday party later in the month, just with everybody's availabilities and things like that. It's just easier to do it that way. So yeah, we're having a ice cream bar. Basically, we're gonna have probably your 3 major ice cream flavors, like your strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla, and then just a lot of ice cream mix in. So your sprinkles, maybe some like gummy worms or gummy bears or some types. Nuts of, for some people, like things like Oreos and Reese Cups, things that, people mix in with their ice cream. Just kind of make it a little ice cream bar. Yeah. I know probably here in the next, at least for sure in the next 7 days, we'll probably start getting text of ideas of what to get her. If not, most people will just give us like a, gift card or something like that, which is totally fine. But Yeah, I mean, our girls are definitely spoiled with the fact that, yeah, like, we even have, like, zoo passes and children's museum passes, trampoline parks, pool, I mean, and that's not including, you know, like, the playgrounds that are around here, you know, the free stuff that is always free for most people and stuff like that. It's just, like, it's great, just how much they get to participate in, not only just because of our ways, but, you know, the other people that have helped them get those things in their lives. The funny thing is, the guy that was testing this whole thing was actually testing it on Route 1, too. So he was literally on the route that I'm on. And I think he got to a chain of 31 before he saw his first shiny Pokemon in total. But it's how he saw the debunker work to know how the rolls worked and everything. Yeah, it would probably take a bit longer to get some of these spawns, but yeah, if I can get to a minimum, the 850 mark, I'll feel very much like it'll be easy to get to the 1,000 by the end of Sunday. Because we'll have tonight, tomorrow night, our normal Saturday, Sunday streams. We begin the new stream schedule before we shift to something that's not this. It's gonna be exciting for me also, just to, you know, have those different projects going and stuff like that. I think it'll help my not only just energy levels through different things, but just keep my excitement up for all the different projects and stuff. I know sometimes I used to always be like hard about putting too much on my plate in a sense, which I still am in a bit. Because I definitely still do that. It's just, like I said, just having those change-ups, be like, oh hey, now my mind's on Mario for, you know, a day or two. It'll make me feel like I'm not, you know, 5 days straight of just Pokemon. And even, like I said, even when we're gonna do like some of them where we're gonna go from like Omega Ruby to this, at least it feels like a, you know, different-ish type of thing. You know, we're not seeing the same route of the same 3-ish Pokemon all the time. That a rinse and repeat. And while you could argue that about a lot of video games, I like this, even though, like, say, Pokemon in general is all this kind of same concept, at least you feel like you're going to different areas, seeing different Pokemon, you know, different storylines are happening and stuff like that, so... I like to do, like, voice acting and whatever else. If I threw the wheel in on this thing, that'd be ridiculous. You would never finish if I threw the wheel in on this thing. I never considered throwing the wheel in on it, but... still. And by all argument's sake, while we may have more field shinies when we do Let's Go Pikachu, should hopefully go faster because we're only going to be maybe, you know, I think at most, like, maybe 2 Pokemon at most, because like I said, it's just going to be all the game exclusives, so, like, literally, that getting route, I think it's just oddish, and I don't think there's any other regional or game exclusives for a while after that. I'll have to look into it exactly to figure out who they all are and where they all are and stuff like that. There's not a lot of them. I think Sandshrew and Sandslash is another one. I don't know who else is your, like, video game exclusives, but... I think ones get, like, Scyther, certain ones get Pinsir, stuff like that. I don't know. Again, I can look into it as we get closer to those days, but... definitely if I did have multiple switches, I'd probably be playing both games at the same time, not gonna lie. Yeah, besides the baseball game that we're going to tomorrow, I think the only other things we have going on tomorrow are pretty much a whole lot of nothing. I might do stuff with my girls, but we'll probably stay local. Either do like the pool or the trampoline park or a playground or something like that, just to kind of not waste too much in the gas since we'll be going downtown later in the day, going about a 20-minute drive from our house. So, you know, if we could stay local, that'd probably make it easier. Well, I know housework-wise, I think it's just a little bit of some laundry. Yeah, to my daughter's playroom, I think are the only major things that still need done in the house. Ratata! So far, despite maybe going for certain encounters a little bit faster, I'm not feeling much drastically different, but we'll see as we go through. We're only the first basically 25 encounters in still, so I'm not going to think too much into it until we probably get above the 950 mark. So I don't know exactly how high we'll get to today, but I knew for sure we'd get over the 800 mark. Excuse me. Yeah, Saturday when I go back to work, it's actually supposed to be a lighter day. I know they said they might add some work onto my plate since it's going to be a lighter day, but I'm kind of hoping that they just keep it as light as possible. Oh, come on, phone. Not that, like, I don't mind working in a sense. Obviously, it makes time go by faster, things like that. But I don't know. Like I said, these past few months have been much more demanding. I would say about, a minute minimum 20%, if not as much as 40% more demanding than the normal. So it's getting me a good workout. Don't get me wrong, but definitely excited for the regular work to come back, and like I said, it's usually about late July when things kind of return to normal, but also it struggles right now because a lot of people are taking their time off and all that stuff, so, which I get, totally get. It's, you know, easier for them to do so right now. I will not be taking any time off myself until July period. I don't know what I'll do video-wise for the week that I'll be gone. I don't know if I'll try to like bulk record some stuff to kind of go up to still keep like a thing going, or if I'll just, you know, have nothing going on that week. We'll see. As time goes on, alrighty, we are heading for our first transfer. Jesus. Yawning already is not a good sign. Definitely not a good sign. I keep telling myself I'm gonna upgrade my thing so I don't have to keep pressing the freaking camera button on my phone. But guess what? I don't keep doing it. I will say, in my defense, I do need my wife's phone in order to fully do it all. But it's not like it's inaccessible. Well, I did try to look into about doing it with my phone. I just don't know because it's already hooked to my wife's stuff. So, it's hooked to her like email and stuff. So I don't think I can like just try to, pay for it with my account and then try to hook everything up via my name. Alrighty. I don't think I bought balls last time. I think I remember saying that, which is why we had to buy more balls this time. Alrighty, running to the south. One singular Bellsprout on the entire route. Alright, heading to the 825 mark. Like I said, if I can get at least 850, I'll feel really good. But we will see how things keep flowing here. Could load up some different music too, which probably would help a little bit on my energy levels. Because like sometimes you hear that hype music and you're like, oh, bop to it. It was just weirdly, my game music weirdly started working again. It was not working last stream. I remember, I think I noted that too. That for whatever reason it was not working. But it is indeed working this stream. Oh my gosh. For all those that, yawn when others yawn, I deeply apologize. I did not think the yawns would hit this hard. Sometimes I play into the fact that, like, obviously, like, usually when I do get home from work and stuff, the first thing I usually do is I eat and, all that stuff, and I think because I sit and just, will myself with the food, and usually food makes us tired as well, it's just kind of like a double-edged sword, where it's like, oh, I'm sitting down, which is wearing down my energy, plus I'm putting food in me, which is making my belly more full and making me want to be like, oh, I'm cozy and ready for sleepies because my belly's full and stuff. I'm definitely still relatively feeling energized, but I just keep yawning. I guess I can show you guys for no reason. So originally, like I said, obviously we have the green screen here, but my other idea was having a basically like background ambiance, for lack of a better term. So kind of give it a different feel and give you some things to maybe look at or be like, oh hey, like that's a cool thing that I even remember having as a child. Some of my lesser nostalgic things, I have this interesting Ultra Ball looking thing here. I got a quick ball with a Rotom on it. I forget the actual brand that these are, but I do want to get a couple more. I know there's like Ditto I want to get. I did have a Charmander one. I think Charmander is what was on the Ultra Ball originally. I've got a Mewtwo action figure. that's hanging out up here. What else do I got up here? I got some... Probably hearing all the noises. Got like a old... Oh, you can't see it because of the green screen. Oh, that's funny. Well, it's a Luigi Wii racing remote. I got a GameCube controller up here. Got some amiibos up there. I got my old original. Hang on, let me pull this one out because it's, you know, cool to me. I have my old original from when I was a child. Game Boy Advanced up here. I do wish I still had my Game Boy Advance SP. I would still say that was my probably... I still argue to this day probably still my favorite console. I would say right now, ranking-wise, it would probably go the Game Boy Advance SP, the Switch, and then the 3DS were probably my top 3 most whatever enjoyed consoles, most used, whatever you want to call it. The 3DS was a lot during my college years. Gosh dang. The Game Boy SP was all during my childhood. Every Game Boy game I pretty much played. I do actually. It's not in the SP right now. I think it's in my original DS somewhere up here. My original DS is up here too, which has my old Ruby copy in it as well, which surprisingly hasn't had the battery go dry yet. Yeah, the Game Boy Advance was held a very special. I remember playing a lot of Mario on there, a lot of Mario Kart, the Mario Kart Advance, the Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins, or whatever it's called. Pokemon, obviously. I don't know what else I played on there, but I remember I had, like, Cartoon Network TV shows you could watch on the Game Boy as well. I forget what those were called, but I remember watching those on my Game Boy Advance SP. Because yeah, I had the original Game Boy, I had the Game Boy Advance, and I had the Game Boy SP, and the SP was definitely my most used, my longest one that I held on to. My original Game Boy, I don't know what happened to my original Game Boy. My Game Boy Advance obviously is still here. I actually had 2 of them. I had a purple one and the one that you saw there. The purple one was more used. The purple one I probably sold, sadly, or something. I don't know. I don't know how I ended up keeping my original Game Boy Advance over the purple one, but whatever. Yeah, my Game Boy Advance SP was red. Had the red SP. It reminded me of a Pokédex, and I thought that was very cool. You have a lot of Wii remotes. They got your colored ones, your character ones, your, you know, ones with the Wii Motion Plus or whatever up here. Got some Wii U controllers as well, which is really just, you know, basically like your Switch Pro controller. I got my PlayStation 2 up over here as well. My PlayStation controller and everything. My original Wii. Or it might be my wife's Wii. I don't know whose Wii that is, actually. I don't remember if this is my wife's or mine for the Wii. I want to say it might be mine. I did originally have, like, my original GameCube. I did have a Nintendo 64. I had every single Nintendo console at one point in my life. It's actually, I think, if I look through my videos hard enough, there is a video, I think it's when me and my nephew were playing Madden on the channel. You can see it a bit there in the background. Because when I had that set up, I had all of them on a shelf, basically. But yeah, I had from the original NES all the way up through the, I think, was the Switch out at that point? It might have been out. I don't know. It's for sure the Wii U at that point. Because yeah, I didn't start getting rid of some of the consoles till after I owned the original Switch. And then, yeah, sometimes I regret selling some of those original consoles, but then again, I look how it also did help out my family with purchasing the house that we're in now, so. a lot of my old original N64 games, and I don't know what else that was in that giant collection of stuff that I ended up getting rid of. Some of it I argued getting rid of because I was like, well, wait, if I have the Wii, that means I have the GameCube and the Wii. And then, like, the reason for selling the N64 is like, well, I have majority of the N64 games I already was playing, either on my Switch or my Wii U or whatever have you, and I hate saying things like this because it feels like I'm, whatever, but it's just the truth of the matter. But, like, a lot of it was just cheaper via, like, emulation or whatever you want to say. And, yeah, I just was like, well, I can just do that up here with my, computer and speed up and enjoy it a much easier thing than setting up a whole console type of deal. So, that became another reason why I got rid of some stuff, so... like, say, like, Pokemon, like, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, for instance. I think those games right now sell for easily, at minimum, I think, like, 50 or above. I think it's typically triple digits for your DS games right now, which I think is utterly ridiculous. And it's, like, not even, like, in a box or, mint condition type deal. Like, that's just, like, your generic, just, here's the cartridge of Pokemon Black for, $95. It's like, what? And I've seen, like, your basics of Pokemon Red and Blue that are just the cartridge itself being sold for, like, 60 plus bucks. I'm like, just like, what? I remember being in college and going to the stores for those, and they were, like, 15. And even Fire Red was, like, back then, I think was 25. I mean, the DS ones were still expensive. I think they were still in their 50s or 60s. But the fact that they've, like, doubled in price since then is, like, crazy. But I will say mostly I do try to buy physical copies still for most things. I guess I have leaned more toward the digital age, maybe in the more recent years. Because, like, obviously, like, we'll use the game we're playing right now. Like, I have Let's Go Eevee digitally downloaded. And everything like that. And I remember when I bought, this was technically when I bought, because my wife was more of a fan of Eevee. So that's why I ended up buying this one. The thought was like, oh, if I buy a digital, then, like, no matter, even if I was on someone else's Switch, as long as I had my login information, I could access it in this sense. And just always guaranteed it would be safe. I wouldn't have to worry about, the game maybe breaking or whatever type of a deal. I think the only thing I would have to worry about is the actual, system that holds the game in itself shutting down, like, what your 3DS does with the eShop and stuff like that. Like, yes, you can still play the games you bought, but you can't buy any more new ones. But yeah, like, my Let's Go Pikachu, however, is a physical copy. I have a physical copy of Let's Go Pikachu. I think I can connect. It's literally been below my knees, so I can, after I catch this Bellsprout, I'll count here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. At minimum, 12 physical copied games right now that I see. And then let's see, what do I know for sure is digitally downloaded? Let's go Smash. One of the Pokemon Gen 8 games I know is digitally downloaded. One of the Pokemon Gen 9 games I know is digitally downloaded. Mario Odyssey I know is digitally downloaded. And I probably have maybe near 10 digitally downloaded games as well, so I think the system, I'm trying to think, because like we'll say we have roughly 20 Switch games. I think the system that I own the most games for was the Wii U. Although, if we're not counting backwards compatibility with, like, you know, whatever. Man, it probably still was the Wii U. I feel like I had a lot of Wii U games. It could have been Wii. It could have been Wii. Might have been Wii. I could probably legitimately try to figure it out if I think hard enough. So Wii U physically owned copies, not your digital, just physically owned Wii U titles, just straight Wii U, not Wii, just Wii U. I had The Voice, had Smash Brothers, Wii Party U, Mario Party, Mario Kart, Mario Kart 8 I think was the Wii U one, 3D World, I mean, probably 7 to 10 at minimum. Physical copy Wii U games at minimum. Then Wii, I had like Wii Party, Wii Sports Resorts. Oh, I did also have like the Mario and Sonic games for the Wii U as well. GameCube, I only had like 2. Which were Double Dash and Melee. N64, I had Smash, Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Puzzle League, Star Wars Racer, the like pod racer game. Probably other games I cannot think of right now. I think my brother had the 007 game. PlayStation 2, I also had a lot at Star Wars. I had Dragon Ball Z's. I had all the Budokais for sure. I had Battlefront 1 and 2. Revenge of the Sith, I know, was a game. A lot of Maddens. It's too many Maddens to count. At least up until I think 2012 was the last one that I bought. Until 2018. Gosh dang it. I know I had your Spyro, your Crash, your Rayman and stuff for the PlayStation as well. Plus it being a DVD player, you know, you could throw DVDs in there as well. Sega had like Sonic, X-Man, Lion King, Aladdin. All those freakishly stupid hard old games that barely anybody beats unless you're a really good gamer. Remember Lion King, I could never get past the wannabe king level. The Aladdin, I don't think I ever met Jasmine. X-Men I could not remember for any. Oh, I also had the Toy Story game for Sega. I had some PC games, like I remember it was like not Charlotte's Web, the other one with the pig, Babe. I had a Babe video game for whatever friggin' reason. A lot of your PopCap games, your Flash games, and whatever else. Addicting games, I remember that. So many games. And how could Kingdom Hearts? I cannot forget Kingdom Hearts. My #1 game of all time, and I didn't even say it. I do probably need to really like sit down one day and like really like try to rank out either, at least like, even if I'm not saying by like just individual games, but just like game series, you know, Kingdom Hearts, Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, Pokemon, you know, as a overall consensus. I don't know, I guess I could do both ways where, you know, rank the games as their own entities, then rank the series in a sense, like rank all the Mario, rank all the, you know, whatever, but then rank the, like, Mario Wonder, Mario 3D World, and, you know, whatever. I mean, Kingdom Hearts 1 is going to be number 1 on either list, either way. Both Kingdom Hearts are going to be probably 1 and 2 on the list there, and then, I don't know. I probably would still say, I don't know, it's either probably Smash Brothers or I don't know what Pokemon game I would put up there. Maybe Fire Red? Or Gold Soul Silver would be definitely up there as well. Alright, 1 away from our next max transfer. And there it is. Dang it. Alright, we'll make sure that the next one's not shiny. Okay, did not see any shiny Bellsprout spawn. There's a lot of Bellsprouts right now on my screen. However, none of you, yellow, I will never understand. I don't get it. I really don't know what would be my least favorite. Unless there's like I've hated any video games. I've had games I've struggled with, like my Mario Sunshine I struggled with, and I struggled with oh yeah, I forgot about games like Sly Cooper and Jack and Daxter. Jeez, there's so many games. Anyway, games I haven't had the most success with. Zelda ones, like World of Warcraft, RuneScape, stuff like that. I haven't had the most success with. Any game with a gun, pretty much. That was not named Star Wars Battlefront or Halo 3. Every other one I stunk at. If I did good at all was because I hid out and performed well at hiding. So it's not like I'm getting a bunch of kills or anything. Felt like I was decent-ish at Madden, but I really didn't ever up the difficulty, so it's like, well, probably wasn't. But I feel like I could say that about Kingdom Hearts too, because I've never played any Kingdom Hearts game above the, what is it, above beginner? Is it standard? Is that what's above it? I don't remember. But yeah, I've not played on any harder Kingdom Hearts difficulties either. I haven't streamed any difficulty Kingdom Hearts things other than beginner, because I remember when we first played Kingdom Hearts on the channel, it had been so long that I had played that I wanted to play on an easier difficulty just to make sure I'd get through it in a good amount of time. Oh my gosh, so many Bellsprouts. So many Pokemon in general. I mean, I definitely did think we would get to like the 900, plus 1,000 mark with our money, for sure, guaranteed. But honestly, I expected us to be off Route 1, you know, before we even flirted with this high of an amount. It's crazy. It's not like we're spending a lot of money every time restocking our Pokeballs. Could try to figure out the math of like how much I'm truly netting, but it's, you know, always fluctuating because sometimes we're selling like 900 plus candies, other time we're selling like 500 plus candies, so probably no true way to know. Alright, back down we go. Dog is on the move, everybody. The dog is on the move. Where he's going, no one knows, but my dog is on the move. I see him on the camera right now. He's standing at the edge of my bed. What is he gonna do? He's probably gonna wake a kid up. Let's be honest. The dog is probably gonna wake a kid up. Let's see. Hang on, let's see if I'm gonna predict right. Will the dog wake a kid up? He jumps off the bed. And nope, doesn't wake anybody up. Thought for sure him jumping off the bed was gonna wake somebody up. Although I don't think his stool's at the edge of the bed right now, so him getting back on the bed might wake somebody up. Oh, he's behind me. I hear him. He is outside my door. I hear him. He is making himself known to me. Probably has to go potty, knowing my luck. I'm in the middle of a catching a Bellsprout, but I'll try to see if I can catch this and pull up. Let's see if I still have this ready. Yeah, I still got that ready. You guys enjoy some music?
moves like 1 inch, he's gonna wake up the kid. I already know it. He's gonna do it. If he moves like 1 inch. Alright, let's move the Be Right Back screen. Get myself back situated. Hope we all survived the disappearance for a second there. I definitely didn't. But the dog did indeed need to go potty, so I guess it was a good thing that I, you know, was there, because he probably would have gone somewhere in the house, maybe. Problem with leaving is I don't remember what is spawn. Oh my god, look at all these bells. What the backwards. Oh, so many bad words that I could say right now. But I won't. I won't do it. I refuse. Get away. The dog moved. Kids don't move. Kids moving. Okay, the dog has taken the kid's place, and the kid has taken the dog's place. But no crying. You know what? I'll take it. Clean my glasses really quick. A little glary, but you know what? I'll take it. I think I have my glasses cleaner anymore. Right, we just officially hit the hour mark with no sparkles to show for it. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Go away, Pidgey. Right, 20 away from the 850 mark. Like I said, that was the minimum goal today, was the 850 mark. It's going to be like only 150 away for the Saturday-Sunday stream for the 1,000. I think I can definitely get there in the next 3 streams. So we'll have Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night to get 150 encounters. basically 50 encounters a day, right? I think that was that math. The more I do on certain days, the less I have to do on other days. Definitely, this would be fitting if I made Sundays end on the thousands, since that's when we'll officially be done with the, you know, about to finally change up the Pokemon shiny hunting trend. It's been since, what, March, or I think it was March. I think we took the month of April off from Mario. Since we've had a Mario game at all. And I don't think we, no, we for sure have not done a live Mario series. I'm pretty sure we have not. I think all of them have been recorded. 3D Land, 3D World, Odyssey, Galaxy, Sunshine, 64, all that great stuff. Lay down, dog. Dog won't lay down. He won't just lay down. He can't do it. His old bones won't let him. God, the dog's going in the kid's spot again. My wife is going to the potty. I see her. She is going to the potty. The dog is disturbing everyone's sleep because he just won't lay down and be still like he normally does. In his defense, he has also other people in the bed. But in their defense, the dog could lay anywhere else. And the kid has taken my wife's spot on the bed. Oh, Lord. Night is going crazy already. See what happens. Hold on, I'm too entertained. Oh, the kid moves. The kid moves. The kids move for the wife. The dog does not move. The dog is like, screw you guys. The dog is dedicated to his spot. And everybody's laying back down now. The kid is laying on the dog. That totally does not sound like it's going to turn out fine, but you know what? They're all staying asleep, and I guess that's what matters. I really wish my phone capture for the computer worked. I thought I had it all linked up correctly, but every time I go to like actually do it, it just stops working. So I could literally like have this camera showing to you guys, and I could just hold it up to the camera and you could see what I see. But I did want it as like an additional camera view, right under, basically probably either right underneath my head or over maybe to the right side. Of like, oh, you know, the reasons why I sometimes, you know, have to go leave to help my family. Oh gosh, everybody stop moving in the bedroom. They're all gonna wake each other up. None of them know this yet, but on my oven right now are some little goodies for them. Ended up going shopping today. Got them some little goodies to start their day. Actually, we're gonna let the camera time out right now because I've been hitting continue for the past couple minutes, so we don't get to do the 5-minute warning. Stupid crap. Yeah, just some toys, some good little snacks, candies, you know, all that type of stuff. The air conditioner has turned on, folks. If anybody really truly does remember the setup from like 3 years ago and remembers that room, then you know exactly where my current stream setup is. I mean, it's in a different format than what it was 3 years ago, but it's that exact same place. Because I was sitting over this way with my computer on my lap. That's a little throwback for you. If you watch our how we make our videos, I think that's what I titled it, or something like that. How I make my videos. I want to say that's the title of it. You'll see where I'm currently recording in. Like I said, it's not exactly the same as what it was then, but it's the same amount of space. Because since then, that stream area has been turned into a pantry, it's been turned into a storage facility, it's been turned into I don't know what else. I don't mind saying this now that we're this far in the stream, but the old stream setup was actually in my shed. That's why I was technically outside my house. It was still my property. It was a, 2-minute walk out my back door. Much more, ability to be a little bit on the louder side, blah, 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 blah. But less weather control, having to have, like, say, Ethernet cords and so many wires to hook up out there, because there's obviously not like just built-in electricity in the shed or anything like that. Was running along, like I tried to bury them under the ground and stuff like that, but there was points where it had to come out of the ground to get to my interior of my house to be plugged in, and yeah, just when it came to like say like mowing the grass, for instance, you would have to like make sure you didn't go near the wires or things like that, and it made it a little more difficult. But yeah, since moving to the new setup, it's should be a little bit easier. Like I said, the only two negatives of this one are the background noises sometimes that happen, in that because I am inside, I will feel more cautious about my voice, but trying to let my natural voice come out, but I'm not going to be able to truly test it until my kiddos are back in their room set up, once it's complete and everything like that. Which is just a matter of cleaning out the toy room. That's all it is. Once I have the toy room done tomorrow, they can go back to their rooms a little bit more easily. They do still sometimes sleep in their old rooms. Just a little bit more confined because of all the stuff that we're trying to move out and get organized. Alright. 6 more encounters for the next mass transfer. Dodge. Play button on the phone. No bell sprouts are spawning. Ignoring him. Bell sprout, where are you? There you are. The dog is still not going to sleep, by the way. He is still eyes wide open on the top of the bed now instead of the bottom of the bed. Don't know why the dog just doesn't get comfortable and lay down. I might take him with me. I might. When I get done with stream. I might end up bringing him into the other, like basically what's the girls' rooms. And laying him on his old dog bed and stuff. And that way they sleep a little bit more soundly. And I move to the couch. I can fit on the bottom of the bed that they're all laying in. But then that's the risk of being kicked by feet. As much as I would like that, just like, yeah. So I got my new shirt in today. I'm very excited. No one has seen it. I literally got it in the mail today, so I don't even know if they know I ordered it. I know for sure my kids don't know, but I don't know if my wife even knows I ordered it a long time ago. I think I ordered it back in either March or April. They knew it was going to be a wait to come. They said it would have to be designed and all that type of stuff, so I knew it would be a hot minute. But yeah, I'm very much excited to have my new shirt. Alright, 2 more encounters. Do I get to the goal that I said I was hoping to get to? God dang it. Dog. Just lay down. What are you, like, hoping to find or happen? Like, I don't get it. I don't get what the dog is doing right now. Get these 2 encounters to just, you know, spawn. I'm definitely taking him to his bed. It's becoming too much of an annoyance on my bed. He's off pacing again. Now I know he has food and water too, so can't be looking for that. Wonder if he's coming to me again for some reason. Maybe he just hears my voice, though his hearing is god-awful. He's like a, at minimum, 14-year-old dog. See, why can't the encounters be like that? Just snappy, easy to know if, you know, you spawned a shiny or not. Alright, we will see if any shinies up here, we go do our transfer, run back down, and if there's nothing, we will wrap it up there probably, because like I said, this dog moving around like cray-cray and all the tossing and turning scaring me to go any longer right now, to be honest with you. And does not look like any shinies have sadly appeared. This stupid bell sprout. Anyway. Montana! Alright, we're gonna go do our transfer. Run south, see if there's maybe anything. Then ribbity wrap it up. We are 150 away now from the 1,000 mark. And that means basically every day we need to get at least 50 to get to the 1,000 mark by the end of Sunday. So we'll do that minimum 50 tomorrow, 50 the next day, then 50 on Sunday to get to that 1,000 mark. That'll be the game plan for now. Like I said, there might be where we do more on certain days if everything seems to flow well or whatever. Apparently today wants to be a more active night for whatever reason, but that can happen every now and then. You can do nothing for me, sir. You are worthless. Move from my party. Remove from my party, and my dog is definitely behind my door again. Remove my party. Move my party. Remove from the party. Nobody is allowed to the party. Is that the Eevee that I have to have in it, I guess? Jeez. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that's the dog. That 1,200 Bellsprouts, which is ridiculous. Dog has gone back on the bed. I'm gonna hit the continue button this time to see where he lays. He is laying on the edge of the bed, which is good. That's where he's supposed to lay. That's his spot. When he goes to the top of the bed, that's when he's waking up everybody and disturbing the peace and whatever else that he wants to do. Alright, let's sell all the rest of our items, buy more balls, and head south and see if maybe something happens this time. Said there's always only 2 scenarios, well, 3 scenarios I guess, that can happen. We will see the shiny that we want and get super duper excited and celebrate as a class. We see a shiny we already own and get a little disappointed, but you know, still slightly excited because it's like, oh hey, shinies do exist. Or the third option is we see absolutely nothing and do what we've been doing for the past 850 encounters. Regular Rattata. Regular Bellsprout. Regular Bellsprout. Absolutely nothing. Well, I said that's where I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. Save the game. We're on 40 hours of gameplay as it stands right now. Sounds about right. Yeah, hopefully y'all have enjoyed. Also, I guess really quick, I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is the shirt. It just says dead. Yeah, hope you guys have a great night, evening, day, whatever it may be. See you all in the next stream video, whatever we decide to publish. This is going to be the Modern Gamer signing out. Caw-caw!